Hi, in this video I'm going to do an example of finding the area between curves. To summarize the process, let's take a look at the following two functions. Finding the area between curves is similar to how we find the difference between two numbers. You take the bigger function, g of x, and subtract the smaller function, f of x. This gives us the difference between two functions, g of x minus f of x. To sum the area, we integrate g of x minus f of x from a to b, which would be written like this. Let's go ahead and do an example. Find the area of the region bounded by f of x equals 2x squared plus 10 and g of x equals 4x plus 16. The first thing we're going to do is sketch the two functions. Now to graph f of x is a parabola, 2x squared, and it's going to be shifted up 10 units. Now these tick marks here are 5 units each, so here's 10. And then when we plug in 1, we get 12. So I'll just put that right there. And we'll go ahead and skip to 3. So we get 2 times 3 squared, that's 9, 18, which gives us 28. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so 28 is around here. Let's go ahead and try negative 1, which is going to give us 12. And then plugging in negative 2, we're going to get 18. It's 5, 10, 15, so about right there. Next, we just have to connect the dots. Okay, which I missed a little bit there and a little bit there. Okay, so here's our parabola. Next thing is we're going to graph 4x plus 16. So again, we'll plug in x equals 0, and we get 16, which puts us about there. And then we'll plug in x equals 1, so that'll give us 20. And then I guess we'll plug in x equals 3. That's 12, 16, so it's 28. That's that point right there. Plug in negative 1, and we get 12, which puts us right there. Okay, so it's a straight line, so I'm just going to connect the dots. All right. And then the area that we're looking for is between the two graphs. Now that we have a sketch, let's identify the top function and the bottom function. So here's our top function. That's going to be g of x. So top is 4x plus 16. And that means the bottom function is f of x. So that's 2x squared plus 10. And the integral to find the area is going to be the top function minus the bottom function. We need to have bounds, which would be our next step. Sometimes the bounds are given to us and sometimes they're not. In this case, the bounds are not given. Now, because I've graphed it, I can actually tell that the bounds are negative 1 to 3. If you're not sure, or if you didn't graph it and you needed to find the bounds, what you can do is set the two functions equal to each other. So you can do that up here. And then solve for x. So because this is quadratic, you would bring everything to the same side. Set that equal to 0, and solve that, and you will get negative 1 and 3. To set up our area, it's going to be the top function, which I said was 4x plus 16. I'll put that in parentheses, and then minus the bottom function, which was the parabola, 2x squared plus 10. We're going to simplify that. So combine like terms. Find the antiderivative. So that's going to give me negative 2/3 x cubed plus 4x squared over 2 plus 6x, evaluated from negative 1 to 3. When you plug in 3, you're going to get 18. And then when you plug in negative 1, you're going to get negative 10/3. And simplify that, and you get 64/3. So the area between these two graphs, 64/3.